So, good evening. Theory class number 6. So, we'll solve one problem. A gaseous feed of pure A brackets 1 mole per liter enters the CSTR brackets 2 liters the reaction is A gives, let's say 2A gives R minus RA equal to mole per liter minute, or let's say find what feed rate gives CA out 0.5 mole per liter. Solve this question. So remember, this is a gas phase reaction. It is 2A gives R. Minus 2A will not be there, no? Simply 2A gives R. So remember, it is a gas phase reaction. Gaseous feed. Ca naught is 1 mole per liter. CSTR of 2 liters volume. Rate constant is given. So we need to find it. What is the feed rate? Feed rate can be moles per second, or you can find volume per second, anything, or let's say liters per second. Both are okay. So let's solve. V by Fa not equal to Xa by minus Ra. So what is the data given? P is 2 liters. Fa naught is something which we need to calculate. Xa we don't know. We need to calculate. Divided by Ra is, what is rate equation given? 0.05 Ca square. What is Ca square? Here Ca is given directly. What is Ca square is? 0.5 mole per liter. But how do you find Xa? For that one, you need to write Ca equal to Ca naught into 1 minus Xa by 1 plus Eaxa. Clear? Eaxa. But what is Ca here? What is Ca is 0.5. What is Ca naught is 2. 1 minus Xa by 1 plus Eaxa. What is Ea here? Ea we need to calculate. So what is the reaction? 2A gives R. Do you have any inerts in the feed? No. Let's take 100 moles of feed. That means 100A gives how many R? 50 R only, no? Because it is 2A gives R. Then what is Ea is? Moles at 100%. 50 minus 100 divided by 50. Divided by 100 initial moles. Then what is the answer? Minus 0.5. So this is Ea. So here if you substitute minus 0.5, then 0.5 is equal to 2 into 1 minus Xa by 1 minus 0.5 Xa. From this one, calculate Xa, substitute here, you will get Fa naught. So calculate Xa, and here substitute Xa there, you will get Fa naught. These are all some practice problems for gate point of view. So what is Xa that you are getting? Oh, Ca not equal to 1. So this is 1. This is 1. This is 1. So what is Xa? You are getting 2 by 3, no? Or 66%. Substitute 66 here, then you will get directly Fa naught. Answer directly you will get in moles per second. Because the rate expression units are moles per liter per second. Ca naught equal to 1 given, no? Read the problem. Ca naught equal to 1. Write the question on your notes. Don't, let's say, look at the question here and then solve it. Practice. Somebody is asking how to speed up the calculations. Practice. There is no other way. That is why I'm solving many problems here. So next problem. The gaseous reaction A gives 3R is taking place in a CSTR. Find the conversion of A in a 50% A plus 50% inerts field is the given data. What is rate units is mole per liter minute. This problem is slightly difficult in two ways. One is it is gaseous reaction. Second thing is units are not same. Here it is, let's say 180 liters per minute, 1 meter cube CSTR. It is mole per liter minute, and here is millimole per liter. And another thing is it is 50% A and 50% energy. So what is the answer that you are getting in the previous question? Just send in our charts. So that I'll come to know how many people. It is 0.0375. So that I'll come to know how many people are getting. Something like 0.038 or 0.037. I think most of the people got 0.0375 last class. Last question. This is slightly tougher than the previous question. So there is no guarantee that gaseous phase reactions will not be asked in the GATE exam. This is also part of the syllabus. But till now, there is only 1 or 2 questions. That is what I told. I did not tell that, let's say it is not given in the GATE exam. What is the answer? CA out is, you don't know. No, somebody is asking what is CA out. CA out is something that you need to calculate. No. Or conversion. You need to calculate what is the conversion. XA 67. So what is the equation is V by FA naught is equal to XA by 0.6 CA. What is V? I am converting everything to liters, which is 1000 liters. What is FA naught? FA naught is not given, no, but which is nothing but CA naught into V naught. What is CA naught? 180. What is V naught? 180. What is CA naught? 0.3 mole per liter. CA naught into V naught. What is XA is, you need to calculate. What is CA is? CA naught into 1 minus XA by 1 plus EA XA. What is CA naught? 0.3. What is XA is, you need to calculate. EA. How do you calculate EA? EA is, how do you calculate? Then the only unknown is XA, no? EA, how do you calculate is? What is the reaction given? A gives 3R. And here, remember, here the feed is 50% A and 50% inert. So it is A gives 3R, 50% A plus 50% inert. Clear? So you take, let's say, 100 moles of feed. Then what it contains? 50 A and 50 inerts, which converts 100% to, let's say, 150 R and 50% inerts will remain as it is. What is EA? 100 moles if you take, you are forming, let's say, 200 moles. 200 minus 100 divided by 100, which is, let's say, 1. Now substitute EA equal to 1 here. So all the values are known, only the unknown is here. Only the unknown is XA. XA is, you need to calculate XA here, XA here. Yes, you will get square term equation that you need to solve. So it is 2 by 3.67. Next problem is slightly tough problem and as well as very conceptual problem. This is an example from 11th skill. Two feed streams containing Don't take screenshots for the problems. Write in your notes, because when you are writing or let's say when you are reading next time, it will be comfortable. You should have a clear notes. So slightly tough problem. So rate equation is given as this is 2b, this is not 3b, half this is rate equation. %75 conversion of limiting reactant here. First, you should identify what is limiting reactant. It is basically you have two individual feed streams, one containing a concentration of 2.8 mole per liter, another one containing concentration of 1.6 moles of B per liter, are to be introduced at equal volumetric flow rates into the reactor. 75% conversion of limiting reactant is desired. What should be the flow rate of each stream is the question. Any answers you got? First, let's try to sketch what is given. So what is given is 6 liters, 6 is CSTR. Six liters CSTR. So what comes in is a stream of A, a stream of B. Both will mix and go into the CSTR. What is this volumetric flow rate is V? What is this? Both are at equal volumetric flow rates. After combining, the volumetric flow rate is 2V. Clear? So this is V and this is V. After combining, it is 2V. Going into the reactor. What is concentration of this is 2.8 mole per liter. This is 1.6 mole per liter. This is of A, this is of, let's say, B. Now what will be the concentrations here after mixing? Will the concentrations remain same, or let's say will the concentrations will get half? Suppose if you mix this A and B, then what will happen to these concentrations? Will become half or will remain same? So I'm getting mixed responses. Somebody says half, somebody says same. Suppose let's say the concentration of oxygen in the air is 21%. Okay. Suppose if I take 1 liter of air and if I mix with, let's say, 1 liter of nitrogen, what will happen to the constant, let's say, mole percentage of moles of oxygen? Suppose I take 1 liter of air which contains, let's say, X moles of oxygen. Clear? Now, if I add, let's say, 1 liter of nitrogen, then what happens? When you mix these two, the moles of oxygen doesn't change, no. The moles of oxygen doesn't change, but the volume will increase, no. Then after mixing, let's say, mixing, the X moles of oxygen will remain as it is because you are not adding any oxygen, no new, but the volume will become 2 liters. X moles of oxygen and volume will become, let's say, 2 liters. Clear? So the moles will become half. Similarly, the concentration will become half. So after mixing, what is the Ca naught is 1.4 mole per liter. What is Cb naught is 0.8 mole per liter. So after mixing, the concentration of A and B will drop because this is V liters of A, this is V liters of B. So now you are both are mixing. So volumetric fluids will double, but the flow FA naught will remain as same. Clear? Just understand this point. This is key for the entire problem. So I hope everybody is understood. So I'm taking out this. Both the volumetric flow rates are equal, given, no? Given in the question. So clear. So the inlet concentrations are like this. Now the question is, which one is limiting reactant here? So what is the reaction which is given? A plus 2B gives R. Which one is limiting reactant here? Suppose if A wants to convert 1.4, how much B is required? How much B is required? 0.7, no? If A wants to convert, let's say 1.4 completely, how much B is required is 0.7. Suppose if B wants to convert 100%, how much? No, I have changed the question to A plus 2B later on. It is A plus 2B gives R. So here, if A wants to convert 100%, B should be required is 0.7. If B wants to convert 100%, A required is 1.6. This is limiting reactant here, A or B. So if A or B, so just write this one, 1.4 moles per liter of A requires 2.8 mole per liter of B. Clear? Whereas 0.8 moles per liter of B requires, let's say, 0.4 mole per liter of A. So what is limiting reactant is, if A wants to convert 100%, you don't have sufficient B. If B wants to convert 100%, you have sufficient A. So the limiting reactant is here B. The limiting reactant here is B. Understood? So now with this one, so we'll move to, let's say, next one, which is, now write the equation, performance equation. V by FA naught is equal to XA by RA. What is RA? 12.5 into CA CB square minus 1.5 into CR. What is V? 6 liters. What is FA naught? CA naught into 2V. What is CA naught? 1.4 mole per liter. Multiply by volumetric flow rate, which is 2 times V, know. What is XA? Are here XA or XB? You have to write the equation with respect to B, no, because the conversion is given is with respect to B. So which is XB divided by minus RB. What is XB? XB divided by what is minus RB? Minus RA is given. So what is minus RB is 2 times. That is 2 into 12.5 CaCb square minus 1.5 into Cr. So this is what is Xb? 0.75. Now what is Ca? Ca, how do you write? It is a liquid phase reaction. No? You can't Ca not into 1 minus Xa. But do you know Xa? What is Xa? You don't know, no. Why you don't know? Because the feed is not in stoichiometric ratio. So how do you write Ca? Ca is Ca naught minus Cb naught into Xb. Cb naught into Xb. Is it right or wrong? Wrong. Cb naught into Xb is moles of B reacted. Then moles of A reacted is divided by 2. Because the kinetics is A plus 2B gives R. Cb naught into Xb is how many moles of B reacted. If 2 moles of B reacted, what is A reacted is only half. So that is why what is Ca is Ca naught minus Cb naught into Xb divided by 2. Now what is Cb? Cb will be direct, no? Cb naught into 1 minus Xb. So you know Cb naught, you know Xb. What is Cb naught is 0.8, no? Mole per liter. What is Xb? 0.75. What is Cr? Cr is nothing but how many moles of R formed. How many moles of R formed is nothing but how many moles of B converted divided by half, which is Cb naught into Xb, B converted divided by 2. Slightly tough problem. Cp cannot be Cr. Cr cannot be equal to Ca. Ca is reactant, Cr is product. So you can say Cr is how many moles of A reacted. How many moles of A reacted? How many moles of B reacted divided by 2. So you know all the things here. So only the unknown is V. Conversion is given 75%, no? 75. So I'll explain the entire problem again. Just solve it. Let me know the answer. So what is the answer that you are getting V? You just need to substitute all the values. It is FB not, sorry, here. not FA naught, it is FB naught. How is FB naught is CB naught into 2. What is CB naught is 0.8, just one correction. Because we are writing the performance equation with respect to B. Why we are writing with respect to B? Because we know the conversion of B only. Because it is given that limiting reactant conversion is 75%. What is limiting reactant is B here. So answer is 1 each. 1 volume, 1 liter per minute each. So everybody got one answer? If you get, let's just send in your charts. So I got only one reply till now. 2 replies. 3, 4, 5. 1 liter per minute now. So since it is, let's say, slightly tough problem, so I'll explain one more time. So you have, let's say, 2 reactants. So basically 2.8 moles per liter of A, 1.6 moles per liter of B. So when you mix both of them, the concentrations will be half. It is as simple as that. Let's say if I have oxygen of 21%, if I mix it with, let's say, nitrogen, the moles of oxygen will become half, or the concentration will become half, because you are adding extra. See, imagine this is one balloon, this is one balloon. When you mix both the balloons, the moles of air doesn't change, but the volume is changing, no? Because this second balloon doesn't contain any A. The first balloon doesn't contain any B. So it is A plus B mixture. When you mix these two, so you are getting a volume of, let's say, 2V. But the moles will remain same, the concentrations will be half. That is the first concept. Now you need to identify what is given is 75% conversion of limiting reactant. So how do you identify limiting reactant? Let's take the concentration. Suppose if 1.4 moles of A wants to convert, how many moles of B required is 2.8. How many moles of B you have? 0.8 only, no? That itself will tell you that you don't have sufficient B to convert A. So that you can make a statement. You don't have, let's say, so you don't have sufficient B to convert 100% A. This itself will tell that B is limiting the entire conversion. So that is why we are calling it as B conversion. Suppose if B wants to convert 100%, then do you have sufficient A? You have more A. Suppose if 0.8 of B wants to convert, how much A is required? 0.4, no? But how much you have? 1.4. That means you have A in excess. That means B in limiting reactant. Got it? How do you identify limiting reactant? So next point. Once you get this equation, it is V by FB naught. So what is FB naught is CB naught into 2V. What is CB naught is 0.8. And XB by minus RB. What is minus RB is minus RA is given, which is nothing but 2 into minus RA. What is minus RA is 12.5 CA CB square into 1.5 into CR. What is CA? CA can be written as CA naught into 1 minus X, but you don't know what is CA, no? Or what is XA, no? Because you don't know the conversion of B is 75%. Doesn't mean that conversion of A is also 75%. Clear? So because the feed is not in stoichiometric ratio. Clear? So CA equal to CA naught into CB naught into XB divided by 2. So what is CA is how many moles of concentration of A fed minus how much A reacted. How much A reacted is how much B reacted divided by 2. CB naught into XB is how much B reacted divided by 2. So what is B is CB naught into 1 minus XB. And what is CR is? So if you see from the equation, how much CR is, how much amount of B reacted divided by 2. So this is what this is. So substitute all the things, you will get the answer. So you got 1. So with this one, second chapter is completed. So today I'm not going to start the third chapter. So I will end the class here. Reason because there are many students asked to, let's say, we're having some exams here and then they are asked to tell it on next class. So I'm open for doubts. Hopefully we'll not have class tomorrow. So I'll have some audits tomorrow. So we'll discuss chapter 3 on Tuesday. Now I'm open for doubts because if I start chapter 3 now, I can tell only, let's say, 1 hour. Chapter 3 will not be completed. So then tomorrow we have a break. So day after tomorrow will be difficult. So that is why I'm stopping with chapter 2 here. So I solved many problems in chapter. There is only one concept which is remaining, the recycle reactor. Only 5 minutes concept that we can discuss, let's say, on Tuesday or maybe at the end of the entire session. Any doubts? So the previous problem answer is which problem? This is 67%. I know. So yes, recycle reactor is something that we can discuss maybe later on because recycle reactor is not useful now. Recycle reactor is useful when we are talking about, let's say, non-ideal reactors. So what is the concept of recycle reactors? By adjusting the recycle, you can get CSTR to PFR, any performance. So that is how. Test series right now is not important. Right now, how to prepare for, let's say, the GATE exam is, first thing is your class notes. First step for the preparation is class notes. Second thing is all the previous questions, previous questions from, let's say, 1980s to, let's say, 2020, all these questions. So we have given a book which covers almost 2000 to 20. So the previous questions, there is a book called, let's say, M. Subbu, which covers, let's say, previous questions. So you can take this one, or else you send me a mail, I will send the soft copy of this book. Clear? So 1980 to 2020, this is the important step in the GATE exam. So when you are, let's say, before going to the GATE exam, make sure that you have covered all these things. One is class notes, second thing is previous questions. Previous questions is 1980 to 2000 will be covered in, let's say, M. Subbu, and then 2000 to 2020 we have a Vani Institute material. So you can cover this too. So what is third step is textbook examples. Textbook examples. This is the textbook examples. This is the third step. Suppose if you have done this one, then what is the next? This is what is 100% preparation for the GATE exam. If you still want practice, let's say back-end questions. Whatever I have solved till now, today I have solved, let's say, 4 problems. All the 4 problems are textbook examples and back-end questions only. So I'm covering most of the things. I'm covering previous questions. I'm covering textbook examples. I'm covering textbook examples. Doesn't mean that you should read all the examples, because there are some of the examples are extremely tough. So GATE is not the exam where, let's say, this was the, like when there were 1980s, this GATE exam is something like that. So you will have only 10 questions. That is only theory question. That is where they use to give the extremely tough questions. Each question carries, let's say, 10 marks or, let's say, 15 marks. So now this is not the case. It is multiple choice and you have multiple questions. So you will get simple questions only. So my first step will be class notes and previous questions. This should be, let's say, the minimum preparation for the GATE exam. If you don't read this one, do not go for GATE exam, because this is the important step. Why I am saying, let's say, previous questions is simple logic. Let's say entire CRE will have, let's say, 40 models, something like 40 models in entire CRE. So how many years you have repeated, let's say, GATE exam till now? Let's say roughly 40 years. No, let's take, let's say, 3 years, 30 years. Every year 4 questions. So let's say 30 multiplied by 4. That means 120 questions. This 120 questions are coming from this 40 models only. No, that means each model is already repeated for 3-4 times. That is what I asked in the last exam. So when we are talking about, let's say, CSTRs, tanks in series or multiple CSTRs in series, same concept. When you split a CSTR, the back mixing decreases. The 2 ways of asking the question is, so same volume is split into V by 2, V by 2. What is the increase in the conversion is one way asking. Same CSTR is splitted, or let's say 2. If I maintain the same outlet conversion, what is the percentage reduction in the volume? So clear, there are multiple ways of asking the question. That is why whatever the questions that are going to come in 2021 or 2021 is also in the line of previous models only. You are not going to get something which is from, let's say, out of sky now. Clear? So that is why previous questions is very important. But while solving the questions, you should, let's say, learn to solve, let's say, learn to logic of solving. What is meant by, let's say, learn to logic of solving is if I solve the GATE question, it's not like that I just write in the formula and then I'll put all the values and then I'll substitute. But think about science of the question. So think science of the question. What is meant by science of the question is basically what is the logic of the question, what is the concept of the question. That is how you should solve the previous questions. So like when we are solving, let's take this problem. So let's say what is given in the exam, or let's say what is given, 2 volumetric fluids combined, then what happens, what is limited. This simple question covers multiple modes. I like this question a lot. This is from the examples, because this particular question covers lot of models. This covers what is the concept of limiting reactant. This covers multiple reactants. This covers, let's say, equilibrium, let's say, reversible reactions. This covers, let's say, and then non-stoichiometric amount of the feed, and this covers, let's say, extreme complete chemistry. Let's say the chemistry is also complex. When I write this performance equation, This is the complex performance equation where how do I write CA, how do I write CB, how do I write CR. I'll get practice of writing CA, I'll get practice of writing CB, I'll get practice of writing CR, and then I'll get practice of writing, let's say, with respect to both the reactants, limiting reactants. So this question is equal to, let's say, 10-15 questions. That is why I always solve this question in the class. So that is what is, let's say, the meaning of solving of the questions. So that means you should spend literally lot of time in solving the previous questions. That means if somebody is spending 10 days to solve the previous questions, I extremely appreciate, because he is putting more efforts and more logics into the question. And one more thing is, when you are solving the gate questions, always solve the same question in multiple ways, meaning that for the same question can be solved in, let's say, in 2 logics, so that when you try to explore solving the same question in, let's say, multiple ways, you are getting into the problem. So that is what is important. So then textbook examples is the next thing. If you have studied this one, then you should go for, let's say, textbook examples. Then somebody will ask, should I read the textbook or not? Yes. So because when you don't understand the concept, you should always go to textbook, read the textbook, and then study the textbook. So that is how you should prepare. So I'll take the questions now. How many hours a day should we study? It depends upon each individual, but right now this is almost September, middle is coming. I would recommend, let's say, 6 to 7 hours per day is minimum required for study of the GATE exam. That is where by basically November end, you should complete the entire syllabus once, so that December will be complete revision. December or Jan, you should not read any new topics in December and Jan. So December and Jan will be purely for revisions. So revisions are extremely important. Suppose if I read the textbook, or if I read a subject once, then what happens is you will not remember the formulas, you will not remember the concepts. Then when you go to the GATE exam, you will get an extremely hazy picture on the concepts. But when you repeat it, let's say twice or thrice, you will get clarity on the topics. That is why 6 to 7 hours is required if you are starting from today. So that is why I'm saying, somebody is asking 11th examples are tough. That is why I'm saying all the examples you should not read. Some of the easiest examples that you should read. Some of the examples has 2 to 3 pages solution, so may not be required for the GATE exam. So I already sent you my mail ID, ishwarravam136@gmail.com. Yesterday I have sent it to everybody. Maybe I'll send one more time.